Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. Is this the most selfish woman in the world?
You took your children's beds.
I took one bed.
Her daughters think so.
Did you show up at her wedding wearing a white dress?
I didn't know it was a problem. I was in pain. I decided I believe.
All you're talking about is me.
Selfish people.
I was a great mom.
She has mental problems. She does.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If it matters to you, that's what I want to talk about. Are we ready in the booth? Let's do it. Me. It's all about me. Now, demanding to always get your way and being absolutely selfish with no regard for anyone else's feelings. That's exactly how my first guests, Tiffany and Mindy, describe their own mother, Phyllis, actually calling her, and I quote, the most selfish person on the face of the earth. And says their entire childhood was spent dealing with her self-absorbed behavior, ultimately fracturing their relationship. Take a look.
My mom has been selfish ever since I was a child.
My mother is a manipulator.
She's materialistic. She's unapologetic.
I was very young. I'm 8. And I remember her throwing temper tantrums and saying that she was going to kill herself. And I remember kneeling down to her and saying, I love you, don't die.
My mom was a bitch to me. My 16th birthday, she drops me off at my high school on the way to town, and as she's dropping me off, she says, and oh, by the way, I'm suing for divorce today. Can you just wait one more day, or did you even have to tell me? It was almost as if she had to hurt me.
My mother was in the photos, my prom pictures, homecoming, but she never played a part of it. She only had time to show up to take the picture.
I was a homecoming attendant my junior year. She got mad at me, took away my outfit. And she took all of the outfits in her closets and went out into the car, put it in the trunk, and locked it to make sure I couldn't get another one.
My mother was very greedy during the divorce. She took everything in the house.
She picked the day before my graduation to come with a police officer. She took my middle sister's bed.
My mother even took the bedspread off my bed.
At that point, I pretty much hated her. I hated her guts, to be completely honest. And it was supposed to be my special day. This is my accomplishment. And my mom did that to me.
My mother believes she is an excellent mother. It's ridiculous.
Well, Phyllis insists that she was not just a good mother, but a great mother, and her daughters just have it all wrong.
My daughters are seeing it from one side. I feel like they've been brainwashed over the years. After the divorce, we got joint custody, but my daughters wanted to live with their dad. It was devastating. I was completely cut off. It took a year and a half for me to get very few items that I was supposed to get out of the house, and it occurred on the same weekend that Mindy was graduating, which was out of my control. It was court-ordered, which also made me look like I did something on purpose. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I know I was a good mom. Not a good mom, I was a great mom.
You guys say the most selfish person on the face of the earth ruined your childhood. Why do you suppose she would do that?
I don't know. That's kind of why we're here. We'd like to understand why she did some of the things she did to us and let her know how it made us feel.
Okay, how can there be such a different perception here? Because you say you're not just a good mother, that you were a great mother.
Yes, I was.
And that they're brainwashed. Who brainwashed them?
Well, it all started years ago with things happening with their dad and myself. They were teenagers when they went through this with the divorce. It was very painful, and they switched sides before the divorce was final.
You didn't come to us and reassure us through the divorce. We don't know how you felt. We didn't go through the divorce, even though we felt like you divorced us too.
Right.
You know, when you take stuff out of my bedroom and her bedroom and Heather's bedroom, well, why'd you do that? To this day, I have children, and you know, if my husband and I got divorced, I would never take anything out of their room.
What did I take out of your
Well,
bedroom?
actually, she says you took beds and tables, that you took a washer and dryer that you then put in your own garage, which you didn't even use, which left them without one. You come to the house with the cops and take their beds and tables out of their room?
The divorce was 1.5 years before, and I was supposed to get my items. I went to the house to get my items. I took somebody with me, and the only thing he let me leave with was a pillow.
No.
And yes,
no.
it was. You weren't there.
The day before graduation?
I'm getting to that.
How is
if
your
I hadn't
daughter's
had somebody,
bed your items?
This is what the judge gave me. Can I finish and just tell you what happened?
Not if you continue to filibuster about your husband. I'm talking about you. You went in and took your children's beds out of the house.
No, I did not. I took one bed. The judge.
Why?
I didn't have anything. We didn't have hardly anything.
You took your child's bed.
I took what? That's what they gave me. They gave me one bed.
Who is they?
We saw
Excuse
your
me,
list.
who is they?
The court said I was to have one bed.
The court is not their mother. You don't substitute the court's judgment for your own. The court says go take your daughter's bed, so she just gets tired and leans up against the wall at night. What are you saying? How do you reason in your mind that you go take your daughter's bed?
That wasn't it.
Did you take your daughter's bed?
I took a bed.
You took Heather's bed that was in her room that she slept on.
They allowed me to take.
That you wrote down and asked for. But there were so many things she took, and we found later when we went to visit her other house, a lot of those were in her garage in the attic. Do you know how that hurt?
The only things I took were accessories. No, that was my sewing machine.
Yeah, I know, but I used it for 4-H.
Okay,
You're right, it is yours.
You wanted to finish. Please respond to why you would go in and take these items out of your own children's rooms.
I took an item that I didn't know meant so much to them. I was just trying to be able to...
Bed?
Well, that was what the judge said I was supposed to get, and they got a lot of other items, and I didn't take all the other things.
What did we get, Mom? Because we weren't in the divorce.
We didn't have anything. We'd built a new house. We just had beds, a TV, a washer and a dryer, and my sewing machine.
Why would you take a washer and dryer when you have 3 teenage girls at this house?
That's what the judge...
I don't care what the judge said. You asked for it. You took it. You're right. I don't understand.
No, I did not ask for it.
I have not talked to you.
The
That's
list
why I
was
struggled with
out.
this. You made the list.
No, your dad.
It was written in your writing. I saw the list. I wanted to find it.
I think the point is...
I understand. It's just unbelievable that I don't deserve anything.
Okay, now wait a minute. I think the point is that if a judge tells you to do something or gives you the right to do something, that as a parent you say, I may have the right to do this, but this is not in the best interest of my children. Right. So I'm not going to exercise that right. You weren't under a court order to go get Heather's bed. You had the right to take a bed, that bed. That doesn't mean that as a mother you substitute the court's judgment for your own. That's the point, that you had no empathy for the child in going and taking her bed.
I was in so much pain. I didn't realize some of the things that I could have done differently.
Well, then this should be a bright light day, because I want you to realize it today. I'm just trying to get you to acknowledge what they say they need. They've asked me for that help in this, and that's what I intend to do. We're going to take a break. Next, Tiffany and Mindy say their mother has continued her selfish behavior. She says it was all because she was in the crisis of a divorce. They say she's not there now, but yet she continues that behavior into their adult lives, even going as far as competing to be the center of attention at Mindy's wedding. We'll be right back.
My mother is still selfish to this day.
My mom wore an off-white dress to my wedding as mother of the bride. I mean, who does that? I'm sorry.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, a mom accused of lying to get her kids into a better school.
Did you break the law?
No.
It landed her in jail.
Did this punishment fit the crime?
Get the crime that she was prosecuted to begin with.
I don't think she should be made a felon.
Did this mom go too far?
You need to own the things that you did here.
My kids, they're not bad. They were good kids. No, No, I'm mad.
All new Dr. Phil. That's tomorrow.
My mom always wanted to have the attention. It seemed like my mom competed with me. We would be laying around the pool, and her bikini would be skimpier than ours. Dad was very, very loving towards us three girls. You know, you wouldn't think he'd be jealous of your kids, but he would kiss us all goodnight, and my mom would be like, well, kiss me goodnight. It's like competing with your three little kids.
Well, Mindy and her sister Tiffany say they are amazed that even as adults, they're still dealing with what they say is their mother's manipulative and self-centered behavior. Take a look.
My mother is still selfish to this day.
She thinks we're being mean to her when she should just feel pretty lucky that we even include her in our lives. My mom wore an off-white dress to my wedding as mother of the bride. I mean, who does that? I'm sorry.
My mother calls me only when she needs something. Recently, I owed her $11. When I was writing out the check, she said, I wouldn't ask for it if I didn't need it. That's when I came unglued. I actually said to her, well, if you are hurting that bad for $11, why don't you sell that BMW you have? My mother told me that she wrote us letters explaining why she left us and her side of the divorce. I will not receive this letter until she dies. I'm going to burn it. I'm not going to read it. That is so selfish. That's her way of getting the last word.
Did you show up at her wedding wearing a white dress?
Off-white. I didn't know it was a problem.
You're up on all the other kind of etiquette,
No, I did
Mom.
not know. And I thought you knew what I was wearing.
No.
I did not know that was
Even I know that's a cardinal rule.
Sorry.
That the bride wears white, nobody else.
Well, I didn't know that off-white was considered white. I
Mom,
did not want to hurt you.
There's the picture.
I was never mean to you on purpose. Never, ever was I.
Maybe you didn't intend to be mean.
No, I wasn't.
But it still hurt us very deeply to this day.
What do you want from your mother?
I want her to accept responsibility for the way she treated us. I want to understand it a little more. I mean, didn't you think about, like, homecoming, when you took the dress the night before because I was getting home late from my cousin's house, and you took them all out and put them in the trunk of your car?
I did not do that.
You did that.
I would not keep your dress that you were going to wear away from you.
You are lying.
I was always there to do your hair.
I'm sorry. She has a mental problem. She does. Yeah, and it's not a joke.
Look,
she
I can't
really
help.
Has something wrong with
Listen,
her brain.
I can't help y'all if we don't tell the truth. Now, somebody's lying here. Did this happen or not?
I swear to God.
See, it's no matter what.
Mom, are you serious?
I'm serious.
You have a problem. I lived it. It broke my heart. I talked about it for 28 years with my family. Are you serious?
I didn't do anything on purpose to hurt you girls. Never. I was always
But did you accidentally lock it in the trunk? I mean, not knowing how...
That's not even possible.
It's all or none. It either happened or it didn't.
This is why we have trouble getting along to this day.
I've tried to talk to him about different things.
But see, this is why we're here, because we need a mediator, because you would run off or throw a temper tantrum.
But we have to deal with the truth here. We have to deal with the truth here.
I can't make this up.
I know. I believe that you believe that.
No,
but
it happened.
And y'all say that she's not involved with your children, but she shows up for the photo ops.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, over the years, I remember Mindy being the mother to me. My mom wasn't there. She was there. You were there to show up, 20 minutes before I left? No, you didn't.
You girls did not even come visit me, and you were supposed to come visit me, and nobody made you visit me.
Because the judge ordered it, Mom?
How old was I?
I'm serious.
Well, if that's what it takes to get communication.
I did not have... I told the judge that... if he did not give us to our dad, we would run away. Because I hated her, I didn't want to be around her. Well, he asked, what kind of visitation rights do you think you should have? And I said, I don't care if I ever see her again. Well, my sisters were younger, and they are like, maybe every 2 weeks or something. I think they just felt sorry for Mom. She would call in 2 weeks, and they didn't want to go. She goes, well, the judge ordered it.
Not, I love you, not, I miss you, please come see me.
Even our dad would say, you should go. She is your mother.
I always brought you up
that he needs to. You didn't bring us up, Mom.
I brought you up.
You did not raise us.
I did.
No, you did not.
I took care of you, Mom.
Maybe when we were really.
All right, hold on. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. More of this when we return.
I'm 38 years old. Constantly feel like I'm 11 around her because I have to be concerned with her feelings. I have to hold her hand. I have to sit by her. It's exhausting. I don't want to do it anymore. I am very worried about my mother, especially when she dies. I'm afraid no one's going to show up at her funeral. I'm worried about what to say. I don't want to hate her. I don't want to be mean to her. I just can't help it.
That's a reality, true?
Right. Yes,
you just don't know what you would say about your mother.
And that's very sad. And I remember asking Tiffany years ago, I said, you know, I couldn't understand why she didn't want to pick me, you know, to live with me. And she said, Mom, we had that new house, we had our friends, and I wanted to be with my sisters. I mean, that's what she told me.
I'm 11 years old,
I know,
Mom.
so you don't know what's going on.
I didn't understand what was going on with the divorce.
I know it. That's why I wanted
But you still bring this up to this day and make me feel horrible and make me feel sorry for you.
That was not my intention whatsoever.
I'm the one that has to protect you and be worried about your feelings.
You have to stop
exhausting.
And think. You have to stop and think about how much you love your children.
You're right.
And that's how much I love you.
No.
It is.
It's not the same. You love yourself more, Mom.
No, I don't.
You've only considered your feelings.
Do you notice even now when you started saying that, she leans over into her space. She's protecting her from you. Because you immediately, look, I mean, you're almost in her chair.
Right.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not criticizing you for it. I'm just saying that's how it is. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you want to win this argument?
No, I don't. I just want them to realize that there's two sides of the story, and I'm not to be blamed for everything.
So you do want to win the argument? You want to be vindicated?
I do not. No. I just want them to understand.
Do you have any concern, any empathy, any sensitivity to the fact that these two girls are hurting terribly in their relationship with you? Because you haven't acknowledged it at all. You have what part of this do you own?
It's obvious that they think I screwed up. And, well, I mean... Oh, I'm telling you, you just don't...
What do you think you screwed up?
It's like I never, ever have I been able to do anything that they thought was... I know, but
you're defending yourself again. Do you care at all about their feelings?
Oh, I sure do.
Because all you're talking about are yours. Me.
I don't aim for it to be that way. I really don't.
But you're playing the victim here with these two girls who have said, I want some help. They want to try to heal this relationship, and all you're saying is, you're wrong, I was victimized, you don't remember right, you don't get it, you don't understand, you should feel sorry for me.
I want them to have an understanding of why I did the things I did.
Do you have any remorse?
I have remorse that they feel this way, but I don't...
Do you have any remorse for what you did or didn't do?
I didn't do anything on purpose. I want you to know I did not do anything on purpose.
It still hurts if you do it on purpose or not, Mom. All you thought about was yourself.
I had all kinds of counseling, and people kept telling me.
Do you want a relationship with them going forward?
Oh, very much so. I believe it's going to turn around.
So but you're going to have to accept responsibility for a lot of things you did. You cannot tell me you did not take my homecoming dress.
I really do not remember taking your dress.
Okay, I can believe that, because who wants to remember they did something so cruel to their daughter?
Well, I never did anything on purpose to hurt you.
Okay, well,
it
doesn't matter what your intentions are. It hurt us. We are young girls.
Right. But you have to understand that if I aimed to hurt you, I could understand how you'd hate me. But when you don't do something on purpose, it's hard to...
But you don't accidentally tell your daughter on her 16th birthday, by the way, I'm getting a divorce. You don't accidentally lock her homecoming attire in a closet. You don't accidentally take your child's bed. At some point along the way, you got to say, whoops, I almost did something really bad here. I'm going to not do it. But at some point, you're going to miss a lot of those things if you don't look at somebody's point of view other than your own. And for you to say, the court ordered me, they gave me the list of these items, I was compelled on that day to go take that bed from Heather.
I didn't.
That is such a ridiculous argument that people are screaming at their television screens right now that is such a ridiculous argument. If that is a ridiculous argument, stand up. I'm trying to get you to get some insight, some understanding that your point of view is not correct here. Because if you don't, they are going to wall you off in their lives.
Yeah, and I don't understand how, you know, I just didn't know what I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Let me ask you a question. It may seem rather obscure, but you said it was a year and a half before you finally got the opportunity to get your items. Correct?
Whenever the court went back and they made the decision.
But you said it was about a year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Okay. Where were you sleeping for those 500 days? What were you using as a bed?
I don't even remember.
Were you standing up? Were you sleeping in the floor? Did you have a bed?
I stayed with Grandma.
No, hold on. Did you have a bed?
I don't even remember. That's been so long ago.
Oh, come on. You don't know if for a year and a half you slept on the floor?
I'm sure I slept in a bed.
Okay, so you had a bed.
Yes, I had a bed.
And so with the day you went and got your daughter's bed, you had a bed. You just had, now you had two beds.
I was using a bed. I really don't know.
Don't you think that's odd you don't remember those memories, Mom? These were hard times. When you have hard times,
yes,
you remember the memories.
Okay, let me...
I was all alone.
I have one thing to say to you, and I have one thing to say to the two of you. We'll be right back. If you want a relationship with them for the remaining time in your life, you're going to have to stop defending yourself. You're going to have to own the fact that you made some really poor choices that damaged these girls. You're going to have to apologize to them, and you're going to have to mean it. And I don't think you're capable of doing that right now. I don't think you're capable of doing it because I think right now you still feel the need to defend yourself. And I'm happy to get you some help to get to that point if you want it and need it. But at some point you're going to have to stop justifying the things that you have done or not done and say, it's obvious to me, it's clear to me that I have hurt you. There is no justification for it, and for that I am truly sorry, and I'm going to do the best I can to redefine this relationship going forward.
I never intended to hurt you guys.
Okay, you're justifying again.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just said you don't know how.
That's right. I don't know how to comfort them because I was never comforted.
I understand. That's why I say you're not capable of this right now.
Right.
You're not capable of this right now because what you need to do, the maternal instinct in you would come out and say, I'm so terribly sorry.
Well, I am terribly sorry. I am terribly sorry. I've tried different times to talk to you girls, and you just didn't want to talk.
Now you're criticizing them.
Oh,
you're right.
Okay, stop. Listen, okay, stop for a second. Stop for a second. I don't want you talking to them right now.
Okay.
Just hear me. You can't open your mouth without justifying and criticizing. And that's not going to do anything but do more damage to these girls right here. Now, let me say to you, she can't give you what she doesn't have. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, she does not have the ability, the capacity to step out of herself and take your point of view and realize what you want her to say is, Mindy, Tiffany,
Heather,
I really, really hurt you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I am so sorry that I did. It's clear that I've damaged you. And for that, I apologize. There's no justification for a mother to do the things that I did. And then she would say, I am so very proud of the women you have become. And please forgive me and let me earn your trust going forward. What would it mean for you to hear that from her sincerely and her mean it and understand it?
We could begin to forgive and heal.
And what I hope you do is that you choose to forgive anyway. Because as long as you have this bitterness and hatred, it colors every aspect of your life.
Right.
And if she ever comes around, then from that point of forgiveness, then you can begin one step at a time, 1 inch at a time, to let her back in to that space. But you've got to set yourself free in the meantime. And she can't get, and there's nothing I can say to her that's going to bring her to that point today.
I want my daughters to know that I was there for them, and I still am.
Okay, but you weren't there for them. You just said that you were. You're not acknowledging that you were not. You're not ready to do that.
They don't see that I was there. They don't see it. I was there. I was there. I was there. I protected them. I was there. I was always there. I did everything around them and my husband.
Okay, well, based on results, they don't see it that way.
Maybe early in the years.
I did.
And then it was like...
All right, y'all are going to talk about this some more. I'm taking this as far as we're going to go with it today. And I'll continue to help with this. I will get her help with this.
Please.
But y'all watch this show. Sit down and watch this show. TiVo it. Watch it 10 times. Hear what I've said. You can fast forward through parts of it. Both of you. Okay, I am going to talk to another guest that says everything does need to revolve around her. Maybe she's a young version of what they say Phyllis is. And she says, hey, if people don't like it, they can hit the road. Looking real forward to talking to her. We'll be right back.
My motto is to put myself first.
She's been diagnosed with pretty girl selfish syndrome.
I think I'm amazing. I feel like I am the perfect Shauna. I think Dr. Phil will understand me.
Well, my next guest, Shauna, considers herself to be, well, amazing. She just thinks she's amazing. So much so that she even talks about herself in the third person. She only does things that benefit her. Her behavior has actually had her friends diagnose her with a very serious disorder called pretty girl selfish syndrome. Take a look.
My motto is to put myself first.
Shauna needs a selfish intervention.
I think I'm amazing.
She's been diagnosed with pretty girl selfish syndrome.
It's my world, and other people are just a squirrel trying to get a nut in it. I think appearance is very important.
She doesn't want anyone prettier around us when we're out. This is her way of keeping the spotlight.
We should start a fire just so he can come over here. Sometimes there is no telling what's going to come out of my mouth. And I have said, your mom must have been very angry when she was having sex with your dad because you're very internally and externally unattractive. I do say whatever I'm feeling. Shut up, get away from me, you're smothering me. I'm going to do what Shauna wants to do.
Her selfishness does make me wonder if we can continue this friendship.
I feel like I am the perfect Shauna. I think Dr. Phil will understand me.
Oh, you're right about that. I understand you like I'm looking through a picture window. Anything about what you just saw that has an impact on you in any way? Just pretty well captures you?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. So what is so spectacular about you?
I just think that I'm spectacular because I'm the only me.
You said ugly people bring me down. That's a quote. What do you mean?
Ugly to me, the word ugly for me is not used as in physical features. I will say somebody is ugly if I feel their internal and external features are just...
Now, wait a minute. You said you judge people on the way they look, what they wear, what they drive, and what they do for a living.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Is it true?
No, that's not true.
So you don't judge people based on how they look and what they wear?
I judge people individually, overall, with my experience with them.
Did you say I don't care what I say to people?
I did say that.
Why?
Because
if it hurts someone's feelings, does that bother you?
It depends.
Have you said to someone, and this is a quote, your mom must have been really unhappy when she was having sex with your dad because you are ugly?
I did say that. No, you know what? If somebody, depending upon the situation.
In what situation is that appropriate? You said depending on the situation. In what situation is that appropriate?
I don't know any situation where that is appropriate.
How do you put up with her?
Well, we've been friends for a long time. She hasn't always been this way. I do value our friendship, and hopefully she can be sent for selfish intervention.
What do you hope she would do? Because she said that she's open to a minor tweak.
Right.
But a complete overhaul is just out of the question.
Means minor.
Yeah, she's a complete overhaul is out of the question, right? Because you can't fix perfection.
Oh, no, I'm not perfect. But I think you understand, Dr. Phil, that, like, I don't need a complete overhaul because then I won't be me.
What's the kindest thing you've ever done for another person?
Offered me a free trip to L.A.
Offered you a free trip to L.A.
No, I'm really kind. Probably, you know, throw a birthday party for my nieces or nephews, or, you know, just my mom on her birthday. I live in Atlanta. She lives in Florida. So she didn't know, and I drove down. I got a speeding ticket on the way, too. I drove down, and I, you know, surprised her with, like, I had candles lit, and I knocked on the door, and I was there with a candle and cake on her birthday.
Tell me what you think about this theory. Because some people have the theory that if, when you interact with other people, they feel better about themselves for having been around you, that you will be a success in life. What do you think about that?
I think that's a good theory.
That if people deal with you and when they're through, they walk away going, well, I feel better about me than I did before I talked to her. What do you think about that theory?
I think that's you.
What do you think about that theory?
I think it's a good thing. I think when people come around me, they feel good when they leave. Cause
really? Unless they're ugly or large.
Ugly as in if they have, you know, ugly to me is like you know, you have a bad attitude, you're negative energy, then you're ugly.
Is being selfish and self-absorbed ugly?
In some people's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be ugly in those people's eyes?
If they thought that way, yeah. If they thought that way.
If they thought you were full of yourself and more interested about you than anybody else, then they would think that was ugly.
If they thought those were ugly traits, then yeah, that would be their opinion.
Of you?
That only they care about.
Yeah. And she's done some ugly things. She's hurt some people's feelings along the way, true?
She has.
Why do you hang around with her?
I absolutely love Chanel.
Why?
She's really, because she understands me.
Does she threaten you at all, or is she in that comfort zone?
No, she don't act like Ike. We don't have an Ike and Tina type of relationship. We cool. We're real cool. She
have our
understands
moments.
me. Yeah, we do have our moments. We do.
But she doesn't threaten you. You in terms of, you don't find her threatening to be seen with.
No. What? You mean, you know, Dr. Phil, that was kind of, no. Not at all.
Okay, no, see, I found that interesting because at that point you thought, now wait a minute, he's asking a question, I need to be careful how I answer it because I could hurt her feelings.
No, I thought, wait a minute, he's asking a question, but what's what is he trying to get at with that question? But no.
And so you took pause because you didn't want to hurt her feelings. You didn't want to say something that might hurt her feelings. That's encouraging to me. Right. Seriously, that is encouraging to me that you took pause and said, wait a minute. Okay, okay.
Yeah?
All right. Next, 10 people that need to be selfish and put themselves first. We'll be right back.
Hi, Dr. Phil. My name is Rachel, and I am on day 70 of the 17-day diet. I just am so happy with the results that it's kept me motivated to just keep going. I lost 30 pounds, and I'm feeling better than ever.
Hey, Dr. Phil, it's Nikki. I'm on cycle 4 of the 17-day diet. I lost 14 pounds and 8.5 inches off my body. Thanks to the 17-day diet, I now run every day.
My name is Percy Smith. I've lost 15 pounds and 4 inches in my waist. I feel great. I feel alive. I feel like I can just do anything I want. It has changed my life, and that 17-day diet is the best thing that's happened for me.
Now, we've had a lot of fun with this because there's really new research that says that you can lose weight fast. It creates a lot of motivation, and if you do it with the right foods, it will be healthy. And this diet consists of 4 cycles, so you don't ever plateau out and you don't ever get bored. And Amanda and Becky just finished their 2nd cycle. So you guys are doing well, right?
Oh, great.
All right, so Amanda, how's it going?
It's great. I feel better about myself. My confidence is like really high. My fat girl syndrome is like right there. It's way better.
All right. Well, in just over 1 month, Amanda has lost 18 pounds and 12 inches. All right. Now, Becky, you're here as well. How are you doing?
I can't thank you enough, first of all, for choosing me for this. I am a completely different person than I was before this.
What's
I can
changed?
breathe. I can breathe. You know what's really interesting is that I can buckle my seatbelt in the car, and it doesn't choke my neck.
Yeah. In just over a month, Becky has lost 27.4 pounds and 21 inches. Now, that's really exciting, and as people have been tracking you guys on the internet and on the show, this thing has caught on like wildfire. Have you been amazed at how much information people are wanting to know about y'all and how much you're putting out there?
Yeah,
people are following you. They're tracking you.
It's so great. We have our own pages, so you can look Becky, Team Dr. Phil, or Amanda, Team Dr. Phil. And there's actually somebody that contacted us and let us know that she keeps a picture of Team Dr. Phil on her treadmill when she works out.
All right.
And when she wants to give up, she looks at that picture and she keeps going.
All right, well, that's what you want to do, is to be used in your life, because it's changed a lot, because you were the real-life Barbie.
I was, yeah. And you know what? I don't want to be Barbie again. I don't. I just want to be Becky and be happy, and you've given me the tools, and you're getting me back there, and I can't thank you enough.
Yeah. Now, once you get down to your goal weight, you want to start singing again. You want to start singing the national anthem again. You want to get back to work, right?
Yeah.
And that will really be, I mean, that's got to be fulfilling.
Yeah, you have no idea. Really. Yeah. I hope you can see it in my face from when you first met me.
Oh, I can. I mean, you were very down then. Both of y'all are just kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so that's what we're looking for. Because the whole idea is, look, we need to have a return to health, and this is a way to do it. And, you know, you got to do it with exercise. You got to get your lifestyle changed. It's not just about the diet. It's about folding it into your life so it has momentum. That's great.
And when you say our trainers, right? Everything. Gold's Gym, our trainers.
Oh, yeah.
Bistro MD. Bistro MD, Dr. Mike Moreno, and
our
Gold's
team,
Gym.
Especially.
And amazing.
Yeah, you guys have got it going on. There's no question about it. So, if you know, listen, this is a good time. Give yourself 17 days. You'll be where these girls are. Next, a big announcement about today's show. We'll be right back.
The TV. This is a special present from Dr. Phil and Robin. Well, guess what? There's another surprise. Watch up there.
Hey, Opal, Dr. Phil here. How's my girlfriend? I know that you are one of my biggest fans, and I really appreciate that. So everyone here on the staff of the Dr. Phil Show, and me, of course, would like to wish you a happy 110th birthday. 110.
That's that right.
I hope you enjoy your present, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Happy birthday, Opal. We love you.
Amen. Thank you.
You get to keep the TV.
I like it. Thank you, Dr. Phil, for the beautiful party today. I enjoyed it. I'll be speechless for the next 6 weeks.
Well, that was Opal, who at 110 years old is proud to be my oldest fan. And what better than to give a loyal watcher a new TV? So, Opal, how are you doing?
Fine.
So you've been coming to see me for years now.
Oh, 4 years.
And I look older, and you look the same. I'm just so very proud that you are my oldest fan. So thank you so very much. And now, if I'm going to have my oldest fan here, then I can't leave out my youngest and my most dearest fan, my granddaughter, Avery.
My goodness.
Come here. Can you come see me? Can you come see me for a minute? Oh. Hey, what's up? Is she the cutest thing you have ever seen in your life? Can you say hi? Say hi. Well, she's looking you guys over. Oh, I love her little skirt here. And her shoes. You have to compliment a girl's shoes. Boy, does she have the prettiest blue eyes you've ever seen in your life? She's almost 11 months old, just a little bit away.
2 days.
So in 109 years, she'll be as old as Opal. Now, there's a reason why I wanted my two biggest fans here today, because this show is actually my 1,500th show that we've done here. We've had almost 12,000 guests on the show over the time. And when we started the Dr. Phil show, my goal was to open a dialogue on mental health in America. And with all of your help and support, we have done that and are looking for many years to come as we move forward. But this was kind of a red letter day with us. So I wanted my oldest fan here and my youngest fan here, and we did it. So I want to thank all of my guests today. And to purchase the 17-Day Diet book, you need to go to 17daydiet.com. You can't get it in a bookstore, but you can get it at 17daydiet.com. Thanks for being here. So long.
Memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last time. I've always been naive. Call it